Hi, it's Harrington for Total Team Control. We've implemented the 4-2-5 defense to counter the short passing game of the West Coast offense. Let's take a close look at some of the features of the 4-2-5. Let's begin with the nose tackle position. It's important in the 4-2-5, the nose tackle sitting in a 3 technique. As he sits just off the right shoulder of that right guard. What this allows from the 3 technique is for the nose tackle to use leverage on the outside to bull his way into the backfield. And with this leverage, it causes the offensive line to react with a double team as the nose tackle does his job to draw the double team, likely to come from here, from the tackle. Since the tackle is uncovered, giving our end access to the backfield from the 6 technique. Let's watch the nose tackle operate with leverage. That's the proper angle of attack to take a player in this area and to use leverage almost regardless of the strength of the player to push the player nearly sideways and control that player. This can be done with stronger players or weaker players. We know that in this situation, this nose tackle is a handful, and he's a more powerful player than the guard. But leverage works against any player. You approach the player from the proper angle, and a lot of times you're able to move that player and open a hole for a back. This particular play now, the nose tackle is commanding a double team. He's being dominant in that situation. Let's see how the offense reacts. The offense is going to counter the nose tackle's 3 technique. The B-24, they're going to blast to the right. And take it up through the 4. And the adjustment in the offensive line is the right tackle will come here and close off the nose tackle. What the offense is attempting to do is to run behind the domination of the nose tackle as he comes here, to drive him here, to use leverage against him, and to run behind the nose tackle. It's imperative that the tight end gets a hat on that end out there in the 6. Back will come here. You can see quarterback and pistol. Of course, in the Championship Electric Football League, there are no strength tests. We don't do the one-on-one strength test in this league. The only way to know the relative strength of a player is through scouting or film. Each Championship Electric Football League game is required to submit at least one series per team per game as game film. To get an idea, a look at a player over the season, or if you can get a look at a guy in a practice. That's why we scout players, to get information on these players. They're not giving that information away. No guy's volunteering to come and line up head up against a guy and let you know who's the strongest player. And in the Championship Electric Football League, of course, there's no base tweaking. We look for players that can execute. A player may have several pros or cons, deficiencies, or attributes. If you take, for example, this left tackle, he is a fantastic pass blocker, but he does not have the power to compete in a run blocking situation. So he's a practice squad player. What a fantastic blocker in pass protection. He has never given up a sack. He's like a basketball player playing left tackle. But he can easily be dominated even by a player with a rookie base. We've seen it on film and in practice. This particular player, the right tackle, another player is good at his execution. So as we want our right tackle to execute this double team, to come over onto the nose tackle, we know to set his dial number to number 7 to execute that particular assignment. This player has quite a few assignments that he can carry out, and he has quite a few dial numbers for each assignment. Our tailback for this particular run, his dial number is set for 4.5. And to send our tailback right through the 4 hole. Let's take a look at the play now. This be right 24 blast. Let's see what the weaker offensive lineman can do with a big nose tackle. And there's the play. Oh, nose tackle makes the play. The back had the opportunity. Nice execution up front. That nose tackle's a handful. Our right tackle there could have gotten a little bit more of that nose tackle on that play. But they took the big man. They had him in good position. The back just unable to squeeze through that hole. Nice pick up there by the tight end on that left defensive end there. Let's look at some play around the field at our DBs. Not good coverage there by our corner. Look at that. Receiver's gotten away there. Lots of man coverage out of the 4-2-5, and you need to be able to stay with your man a lot better than that. Poor coverage there by that corner, and no help over the top. On the other side, nice coverage there. Linebackers getting up there into the play nicely. The safety getting up into the play. Nice execution there. As quickly as the coordinators recognized that the corner was not able to stay with that receiver, they're going to exploit the opportunity. Here, the coordinators want Matt Sims to split the field and read one side of the field. His primary receiver will be that end. The secondary read will be the tight end, and his hot will be the back. And now the beauty of the 4-2-5 is split coverage. 4-2-5 will match the West Coast offense in splitting its coverage. And this Sam backer yells, "Rip, rip, rip." And in this rip coverage, as the defense saw that the corner was beaten, those defenders would come over to help the corner. It's a case of everybody recognizing a player and a weakness, the offense attacking the weakness, the defense trying to protect. Of course, in the Championship Electric Football League, the ball is thrown by hand as I read the defense and exploit this matchup. Gonna go with a quick 3-step drop. Hut, hut, hut. And there's the play. And that pass is incomplete. Oh, incomplete. Just threw that pass just beyond that receiver. Sims on the play. Had that receiver, had everything he wanted. Just led him a little too much. Again, had the corner beaten. Here's the rip coverage as those defenders rushed over. Not quick enough. The receiver had escaped. Again, Sims. No pressure. Plenty of time. Just led that receiver too much and threw an incomplete pass on what should have been a touchdown. I'm Harrington Benton, and this is Total Team Control.